Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky, home of Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. We're expecting a full house, and they are more than ready to get things started. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Raging Cajuns will kick it away first. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to pass it on second down. Quick completion on the out. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The play action fake. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab on the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes his connection. This senior showing great toughness, takes the hit, and still puts the ball on target. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll leave it with the lone back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to usurp themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to Davis. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's James. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Grab behind the line. It's Robertson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Western Kentucky.
Raging Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Robertson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Second down.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Raging Cajuns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Slams ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Touchdown, Louisiana.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Topper. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touch.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajun.
Number 8.
He'll try to tack on one more.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Kennesaw State. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did.
He lobs one high down the left side. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A first down for the offense. They'll ride Davis here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Just destroying his way through the field. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Raging Cajuns line it up with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. With the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Hilltoppers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. They'll go hurry up here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running the power play as a running back, you've got to be patient and know that that needs to hit up the middle. If you try to bounce it outside, you risk getting a tackle for loss, and that's what happened.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Third and goal, where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on 4th. Scrambling away. Touchdown, Cajuns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw here on second down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hilltoppers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. To the ground. He's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. The give to Davis. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the Raging Cajuns will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense.
Just steamrolling the defense. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
The Raging Cajuns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And your Western Kentucky Hilltoppers will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Quarterback will audible. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, WKU. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing.
Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Western Kentucky, 28.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's complete. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line.
He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Here comes the two-point try. They'll go to the air. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
36.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over. First and 10.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll ride Davis here. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. They're going to get anything going on this drive. They better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. He's looking to throw. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Cajuns. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 8 with the catch and score.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The quick out. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Louisiana, 48. Western Kentucky, 36.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He finally steps out of bounds. A gigantic run that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Louisiana, 48. Western Kentucky, 36.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. In the red area, it's Davis. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run it. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Perry. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 21.
They push out this lead in the 4th quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive 2nd win of the season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Topper.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires one high and deep. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Third and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. He hurls one deep down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltopper. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. And this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. Touchdown, WKU. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Louisiana, 55.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to the right side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Here's a throw downfield late. And he's got it inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It leads to second down.
Line getting set on second down.
691, get smart.
He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Louisiana. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Number 7 with the catch and score.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to pass. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hutchinson. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Got a man. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Jefferson. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Hilltoppers want to pick up the tempo. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
It's first down from the 11. He's going to pass. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on first down. Trying to get to him. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there.